Good afternoon. So, you had called about this lamp. You wanted to get it professionally cleaned, right? Okay. But, I understand that this was very special to you, this piece. Okay, right, yes. I understand why it would have a lot of meaning to you personally then. Well, I certainly get that you would want it to be handled very carefully, and you can be sure that I will do that, and that I will deliver it back to you in perfect condition. So I'm just going to get started on it right now. You are welcome to either go out and come back for it in about 30 to 45 minutes, or you could also sit and stay and watch the process. I know that some people find it to be very relaxing to see this, and especially if the piece has so much personal value to you, I could understand that you would like to keep an eye on it yourself. Okay, well, you are quite welcome to stay. I will just get started so that you can be on your way again soon. So, we're going to begin dusting the lamp and removing all dust from it using just a tiny little brush. So, just being very careful with this and removing all dirt and dust. So I'm going to start at the top and the bulb, and since this is just a big round bulb, this will be fairly quick and easy to remove all the dust from it, since there are no nooks and crannies, just the bulb. So, work our way from the top to the bottom. Get in the front here. Remove all of the dirt. The side. All the way to the back. And then the part where it starts to attach to the rest of the lamp. Just a little bit. Over there. Just sweep it over there. to the actual lamp itself, which is a little bit more up. Move around a bit so I can see a bit better what I'm doing. It's very interesting lamp. Do you plan on giving it to your children and having them give it to their children and kind of turning it into a family heirloom? You are? I think that's nice. People always think that family heirlooms like that should be these amazing, beautiful, old, antique objects, but they forget that they always have to start somewhere. So, newer objects like this can definitely fulfill the same role, I believe. Yes, this dusting can be quite a lengthy process. Well, obviously, we have to be quite meticulous and just have to try to get every bit of dust off of here. Yes, because after this, we are going to use a special treatment which really, really works best when all traces of dust have been removed. All the little pieces of dust. Yes. Sometimes I do feel a little bit like an archaeologist uncovering an ancient piece of art. times when I was a kid. I was obsessed with Egypt. I loved reading all. Hang on, let me turn this around just a little bit. There we go. Okay, so what was I saying? Alright, yes, Egypt. I was obsessed with Egypt. I loved reading about it and learning about it. I would read books, fiction, but non-fiction as well. Anything. And I just loved everything about the Egyptian culture, and I really wanted to become an archaeologist. But you know how life goes. You grow up and you make some different choices. But doing this, I sometimes get to feel like I did end up an archaeologist. Okay. I think that there is a little part I still need to do here. So let me turn this. Okay. Let's just get the back of this. Okay. I think that I have covered the entirety of the lamp. So what I'm gonna do now is, because I mentioned that for the treatment we're going to do after this, it is very important that there is no dust left on the lamp. I'm just going to do a quick check. And to do that, I have these gloves. So I'm going to quickly put them on. Yes, I'm sure you have seen this in some sort of TV show where a butler or something is checking the house for dust. That's exactly what we're going to do here, I'm just going to be running my hands over the lamp and quite regularly checking with the fingers of the gloves to see if there is any dust that's still coming off. And if that is the case, then these gloves do a little bit of the work, since they remove a little bit of the dust. And if I do visibly see any dust left, then I will get my little brush and finish up. So let's check up, okay? To be careful down this front. Very many little nooks and crannies down the front here. But so far so good, it seems. I seem to have missed a little spot here in the back. One of the more difficult nooks. There, that's all gone. Okay, well, it appears to be dust free. Just quickly going to run my hands over the ball on top, although we will not be using the treatment on this ball. Okay. So, I will remove the gloves and then get the treatment ready. Okay. It is all dust free and ready to start the next part of the cleaning. Okay, so in this little cup, this little bowl, there is some water and some oils already in there that are very beneficial to materials like these, and they protect them for a lengthy amount of time. So that's already in there. So there is just one more step before it is ready to go on there, and that is in this little jar. There's not much in there. You can see at the bottom that there is a powder in here. So we're just going to open this up and use the end of the spoon just to get a little bit out of there, and just drop that right into the bowl. Just two little ends like this. Okay, so I'm just going to close this back up. And this too has special properties to protect and preserve materials like this special kind of glass and stone. So let that settle, and then we're just going to stir it. Okay, so put our spoon aside. Now we're going to use another one of those brushes. This one's a little bigger than the one we used for dusting, just to speed up the process a little bit. It is a little less fine-tuned than the dusting. So what we're going to do is just dip the brush in to the treatment, get it nice and soaked. Put our little jar down there, and then just spread this onto the left. And as you can see, it is very clear where you have put the product and where you haven't. So it is a lot harder to miss any areas. So what we're going to do is treat an area with this product. Okay, and then we'll put our brush aside for a little bit, and we're just going to take a cotton disc and dab it on there. And we're just going to take the excess product off and leave some of it on so that it can further coat material, but you can leave it on there. We're just going to take the excess off. And as you can see, it's not immediately drying because the oils and the powder are still doing their work. Okay. Right. So get some more of our treatment. And coat the next batch. So, like I said, this is a bigger brush, which means we can go a bit faster. Than we did with the brushing, with the dusting, I mean. But again, we need to try to go into each little nook or cranny. Get some more. And just paint a larger area. The drop kind of got away from me there. And as you can notice, it has a very particular odor. That becomes stronger as the product draws into the lamp. But by the time it is ready for you to take home, that will have completely dissipated. Okay. Have to be careful with the cord, of course. I see a little bit of surface damage here. Just a few lighter areas. Do you know if the lamp has fallen down or been scuffed by anything? Yes. Okay. Well, that happens to the best of us, especially in a household with children or pets, but it appears not to have chipped the material. It's just a little bit scuffed, but with a little bit of luck, this treatment will remove most of the visible damage. So when this has completely set and dried, these little scuffs should hardly be visible anymore. Yes, they should have cleared almost all the way up by the time that this product has fully done its job. Okay. Well, oh yes, what we're using is all completely natural, so it is not toxic. I would not suggest purposely leaking the lamp or anything like that, but if it does happen, again, in a household with children or pets, these things are bound to happen, then you need not be worried. In a couple of days, it will become completely inactive, and you don't need to worry at all. But even so, even until then, it shouldn't even cause any irritation or anything. It's all completely natural. Okay. is the last part of the top of the lamp. So after this, we only need to go over the bottom. But since there are a lot less little nooks and ridges on the bottom half of this lamp, I think that we can get that done in one go. Okay, what do you say? Let's wrap this up for you, because I bet you're becoming a little bit bored right now. So let's quickly coat the bottom half. And let me just go over here and get this side done. Get a little more of the product. And then just continue right over here, all the way around, until the parts meet. Okay, great. Now, start here because this was treated first. And then work my way around to this side. And come all the way to this side. Okay, that's that. Let's put our product and our little brush aside for a bit. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is grab a little flashlight and a Q-tip and just inspect the lamp, see that the product is everywhere, it is settling well, and see if it needs any extra. Then I will use the Q-tip to apply a little bit more of the treatment to very particular places that I see need a little bit extra. Okay, so this is a really bright flashlight, so be sure not to look directly at it. Just going to inspect. So looking good. Actually, it could use a little bit more here. Just a little bit. A lot less than we did a minute ago, so that we do not have to use a cotton disc to remove the excess. Just a little bit. Very, very detailed work. Okay. Yeah, that should do it. Okay, let's check here. The rest of that is looking quite good, actually. So let's move it around. And I have to be careful of the cord. There. Okay, so this is the front, so I have to inspect that very closely. It is looking okay. Well, it is looking quite good, but I think I'm just going to put a little bit extra on here, on those areas that got slightly scuffed through the fall. So I'm just going to quickly dot them. Now I could actually give you a bit of the product to take home with you, and you could just reapply it regularly over these damaged areas, and you should see that start to clear up. It's not clearing up as easily as I expected, so the damage might be running a little deeper. So I could give you the product and you can reapply it a couple of times. If you see, however, that is not working, you could bring it back and we can match this color nearly perfectly and make these undetectable and cover them up, and it will look as good as new again. Okay? Okay. So let's keep looking. Turn it a little bit more. Okay. Looking good. Although actually, now that I'm looking at it, I'm pretty sure I forgot to treat the lower half of this arm. So I'm just going to get my brush again and my product and just quickly do this lower arm, because once the rest of the product is settled and it has done its job, you would see a slight difference in color with any untreated area. So it's a good thing we double check, because we really do not want to miss any areas, because that will become noticeable. Okay. Okay, that should be everything. I'm going to give it a really quick last once over, see that there aren't any other areas that I forgot, or any other areas that could use a bit more. Let's look on this side. Okay. Okay. So that is looking perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my little gloves back on once more. Just go over them, because sometimes those little white cotton discs can leave a little bit of material behind, and especially on this gray black color, that would be very noticeable in any bright lights, so we don't want that. So I'm just going to quickly go over these with my gloves. And take up any excess material. Okay. Well, to me this is looking as good as new, aside from these little scuffs. And if you will follow me back to the front for a second, I will prepare a little bit of the treatment for you to take home. This is no extra charge. This is just so you can take it home and try it out, see if these dissipate with more treatment. And otherwise, like I said, you can come back and we will most certainly make this match the rest. Okay, so I hope that you are satisfied with this cleaning. So if you'll just follow me to the front, I'll get that treatment prepared for you, and I will write you up a receipt while an assistant carefully packages this for the transport back home. Okay? Okay, just follow me